Today we're going to be installing raised address numbers. You'll need a hammer drill or regular drill, 1/8 inch and 3/16 inch masonry bit, painter's tape, hammer, center punch, torpedo level, clear silicone caulk, and address numbers. I'll have the links in the description.
Alright, so today's project, I'm going to be mounting these address numbers. These are the floating kind. You have the option of either using it as a floating or flush mount. So you can kind of see in the picture that it would be floating, and basically it'll be going on the wall. We're going to do more of a modern style. It's going to go up and down, and it'll be raised off of the wall. And I'm going to show how to install those.
So when I was reading the reviews on these numbers, people were having problems with the templates not lining up. So verify once you take them out of the package that the templates are accurate. This is a picture that I got from a review of the numbers. You can see with the number 3 it did not line up with those holes. So be sure to check yours before you place the templates on the wall and start drilling. If your template is not accurate, then what you can do is you could put either nail polish or lipstick on the end of the screws there to transfer it over to the template, the new holes you need to drill, so that way it would be more accurate based on accurate template. But with the numbers I installed here, I did not have any problems. Okay, so these raised numbers came with templates to use, so you know exactly where you need to drill the holes for each of the numbers. And so I laid them out, centering it onto these blocks. And then for the numbers that have the mounting holes right in line, you could use a level to make sure that these lines will line up and be level. So that way when you have to drill the holes, that they won't end up being crooked numbers. And you can do it the same thing for even like the 7 to see how it lines up right there, making sure that it's level. Do the same thing with the 1, level, then 2, level. And you can also use the edge of the card when you're taping them in place to see if they are level. So the next step is to take a center punch and a hammer to mark the areas where it needs to be drilled. So you just use a center punch and a hammer to mark right exactly where these mounting points are going to be. So here I'm putting a piece of painter's tape on the drill bits to measure the depth of the hole that I need to go. So for this instance it's 1 inch. So that way the tape acts as a guide for how deep to go into the concrete. Alright, so with this set they ask you to, since this is going in concrete, you're going to use masonry bit, and I taped it off at the 1 inch mark, as you probably saw in an earlier clip, and then you do this as a pilot hole to go in 1 inch deep, and then you're going to follow that up with a 3/16 inch masonry bit to make the holes just at the right size. But this is the main point of using 1/8 inches just as a pilot hole, and you can see all the holes 3/16 inch now. So you want to have the drill as level as possible when you're making the holes, so that way the holes won't be crooked and then you won't have any alignment issues with the screws.
You want to make sure you get the hole cleaned as much as possible. Get all that dust, concrete dust out.
I'm using a hammer drill, so it makes it a lot easier to go into concrete. get the idea.
So you put the screws or the pegs in the numbers, and then you want to dry fit them into the holes. Make sure everything fits properly. You may need to make some of the holes a little bit larger to get them to fit just right. And then you'll add some clear silicone caulking into the holes that will glue them in place.
Alright, so here it is completed. So raised.
If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more DIY projects, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell. And as always, thanks for watching.